Hello and welcome to Dee Blooms. It's been some time since I did a video. Our household has been sick over and over and over again. It's been a really bad cold and flu season. Just had really no energy for a lot of stuff, including the orchids. So I'm back on my feet and working outside here today, and I wanted to showcase my Australian Dendrobiums. So this video is going to be about them, and so let's see what's going on with them. Most of them are in bloom, some of them are not, and the one that I've had the longest is right here. It's been in bloom for about a month and a half now, so a lot of the other older flower spikes have already lost their flowers, but it's still in glorious bloom. The thing I love about Australian Dems or Aussie Dendrobiums is that they're all fragrant. Every single one of them. I have not found one that isn't fragrant. And they are easy to grow in my Southern California climate outside year-round. I keep them well watered during the growing season when they're growing new canes, fertilize regularly, and then in winter I pull back a bit. Only when necessary do I water. And this time period, January into February into March, is when they bloom for me here again in Southern California. This is one that I've had for about 3 years. It's been a regular bloomer for me. It's the Dendrobium Willette Klausner Supernova from Sunset Valley Orchids. And it's got the Regal Gillieston in it and the Aussie Parade Carrot Splash. And I just love it. It smells, a lot of these smell like sweet black licorice, if you know what black licorice smells like. It's very, very sweet and very lovely. So that's this one. Now this is grown under my back patio under cover. The next one I want to show you is also in bloom, and it's very similar to the one I just showed you. We've got just different, a little bit more pink in the flower. Let me go back to the Willette Klausner so you could see a little bit different shape and a bit more pink for this one. And this is Dendrobium Victorian Jazz. And it also has the Gillieston in it, along with Victorian Bride Genesis, also from Sunset Valley Orchids. Pretty much all of them that I have, not pretty much, all of them that I have are from Sunset Valley Orchids. They have beautiful hybrids. And this one has been blooming for about a month now. It lost one of its flower spikes from this growth. Oh, another thing I like about Aussie Dens is that they can spike multiple years on same canes. So it's like the cane isn't done just in 1 year typically. Here's this one, so pretty. And then this one back here has a lot smaller flowers. I don't know if you can see that size difference in the background. So this one is my Purple Zip crossed with King Zip Red Splash something or other, also from Sunset Valley Orchids. Let me try to face one up. It's a lot more of a deeper purple than the pink, with a light cream background versus the yellow, the light yellow on these past the two that I just showed you. And this one has a whole bunch of flower spikes. I got 4 of them. There's more buds to come around. And I think after this season, I'll be repotting them. I've had most of these for at least 2.5 to 3.5 years, and they're still in the nursery pots they came in. So probably this spring when they start new growths, I will be repotting these. Although actually I repotted this one last summer, June of 24. So this one's repotted, but these two, and then there's this one as well that hasn't bloomed for me yet. It's a Dendrobium Regal Vista. I have a feeling next season, it's grown this really nice growth for me this last season. So when it starts its new growth, I'll repot this. And again, I have a feeling this next spring, I will have some blooms for this one. So then we'll transition from this location, from my patio, over to here. I got one of my dogs in a kennel there, Miss Peppa. And I've got some larger ones that I've had even longer. So these I've had for over 4 years, and I've got them out on the column where I usually put my catasetums for the summer. So when they're done blooming, I will move them off of this column and put the catasetums back for their season. This one has 2 beautiful spikes. It's not in bloom right now, but it's a beautiful cream colored with some dots. It's called Dendrobium Blushung Vista, crossed with Dendrobium Dunokayla Tuyet. Cream colored flowers with pink dots all over them. And it gave me this beautiful growth this season. It grew a second one, but it's not spiking for some reason. But this one, it's got 2 spikes in one growth. And then down here, this one has given me a whole bunch of spikes. Dendrobium Australian Artist, which is cobalt violet gold with speciosum. Speciosum gets really big. So I'm not sure how this is going to go in my collection over the years, but it's this beautiful yellow with a lighter lip with pink striations on the lip. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, so fragrant. Just absolutely beautifully fragrant. And then down here, this one, I have struggled with mealybugs for a couple years. It bloomed for me the first season I had it about 4 years ago, and then I've struggled with mealybugs, and each time any type of spikes would happen or new growth, they would abort. But this year I've got some spikes, some buds all in certain spots. Not a whole bunch of them, but this thing is a cakey machine. This one is just cakey after cakey and the cakeys, some of them are spiking, cakey. It's just kind of crazy. I'm not sure how I'm going to manage it over the years, but we'll see how it goes. This particular one is the Gillieston crossed with Warrior Jordan. And it's been so long since it bloomed for me, 4 years ago, that I am honestly not sure. Sorry for the background noise. I am honestly not sure. I don't remember what it looks like, but I bet you it's going to be beautiful. So I'll have to catch the blooms when they're actually open and show you guys. Another type of Australian Dendrobium I have is over here on my table, and I have a whole bunch of spikes going on. I got this at local Lowe's or Home Depot a while back. Home Depot. And this is well, they call it a Bella Dendrobium, but it's actually I'll have to put it on the screen. I'm having a total mind blank. But it's an Australian type Dendrobium. It's very common. This is a white colored one. I mostly see pink flowered ones. So when I saw this creamish white one that was in bloom at Home Depot, I snatched it up. And of course it's huge. It's got tons of growths, and it put out tons of growths for me. And I'm sure on the screen I have the name of the type of it that my memory can't recall as I'm talking. So I've got this beautiful plant with a ton of spikes gonna bloom for me. And then I have a whole bunch of baby cakeys down here that I got from Andy's open house 4 years ago. None of them have ever bloomed for me. I threw them in a whole bunch of moss about a year in. And they've just grown and grown cakeys and grown more, and some of them have died off and others are still doing well, but not a single spike. So I think this spring I'm going to try to repot or refresh the moss and maybe that'll prompt some blooming in the future. But and then I've just got one other that's inside the house exactly like these types. I'm just trying to grow. I got it as an extra gift from a nursery that I ordered from, and they sent me one little cane of it. And over the years, I actually did a care collab video with Nina Ninja Orchids and Fernanda Nascimento Orchids and Succulents channels. I did a care collab several years ago, and I showed my teeny tiny plant. So if you're curious, you could go take a look at it. It's triple the size now, but it still has never bloomed, and I've only been growing it indoors as a kind of an experiment since I have these outside all year round. So, but that's the focus of this video. I have a lot of other videos I'm hoping to catch up on. I'm going to be having a surgery in a week, and then I will be down again for a couple weeks healing up. Please wish me luck, and if you have any questions for me, post them in the comments and let me know with any thumbs up if you can, if you like this footage, me featuring different types of my orchids. I have a lot to update you guys on, though. There's been so much going on. I've got a ton of Phalaenopsis spikes. Some of the phals are only just starting to open up with flowers, so hopefully in the next few weeks I'll have some really beautiful Phalaenopsis bloom videos. I've got out here, since I'm nearby, just repotted all of my Blatillas, or Blatias. I'm not sure how you pronounce them. I got a couple Lycastes right here up front, but these are all starting to get going for the season. One is way advanced down there. I repotted that last year. Sorry, I know the features, Australian Dendrobiums, if I'm just quick showing you. So lots of stuff is going to be happening. Oh, I got to do my first Laelia anceps is in bloom. I'm going to do a feature video on that. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Australian Dendrobiums, easy outdoor growers. If you're in a temperate climate like me, Southern California, I'm sure in Florida they grow like crazy too. Just, yeah, they're hard to kill, really. So if you're looking for an easy orchid that really does need some temperature differentials, it seems to me, and if you could provide that, you'll be good to go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.